Hello, fourth graders. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm Hannah Verhulst. I'm a freshman at Winona State University studying elementary education and special ed. So I want to work with you guys maybe one day. Today I will be telling you about a book called Who is Anne Frank? On the cover of the book we have like a blown up head of Anne Frank and then her diary. I don't know if you can see that. The author of Who is Anne Frank was Anne Abrahamson. She has like a series of Who Was books about all the famous people that have changed this world. And today I will be telling you about who Anne Frank was. A little backstory on who Anne Frank was. She grew up during the times of the Holocaust. I don't know if you guys know what that was, but it was a time when the world was in a war and Germany had a leader who did not like Jewish people, and she was Jewish. So I will read you a little bit about the book to give you a backstory on something so you guys can see if you're interested in reading it. Okay. Here's another picture of Anne Frank. Anne Frank's life is short. She was only 15 years old when she died in 1945. She was born in Germany, where her father's family had lived for a very long time. Her father was very proud of being German. He expected his children to live in Germany and their children after them. But that did not happen. The Franks' lives were turned upside down. They had to flee from their country. They had to go into hiding. They lost everything that was dear to them, all because they were Jewish, and a man named Adolf Hitler was in power. Hitler hated Jewish people, all Jewish people. By the time Hitler was defeated, Anne's mother was dead. So were Anne and her sisters. The only person in the family who survived was Anne's father, Otto. But something else survived too. Anne's diary. Anne kept a diary for 2 years. During that time, her family was in hiding. They were hiding from Hitler's soldiers. Anne understood the dangers that her family faced. Yet in the diary, she remained hopeful about the world, even though terrible things were happening. She drew comfort from the beauty of nature, even though she couldn't step outside for a single breath of fresh air. After her death, her diary was turned into a book. There's a picture of like her diary with a picture of her on it. This page just gives a little bit of detail on who Adolf Hitler was and his power that he had in Germany ruling the Nazis. Today, more than 70 years after Anne's last diary entry, she remains a symbol of hope. Her diary has been translated into more than 70 languages. It has sold more than 30 million copies. There have been plays and movies about her. A short life, even a very short life, can be full of meaning. So that chapter is just a little more information about her to give you kind of a backstory. I hope that you guys will read this book because I, as a child, always loved learning about the Holocaust and all the different things that were going on. Anne Frank's diary were one of the really good ways to read about it because she had so much detailed information on like what was happening and how her life was in hiding because she couldn't go out into the world or else she would have been caught. Do you guys know anything about the Holocaust? And if you do, what kind of facts do you know? Or are you interested in learning more about it? I hope you guys read this book and enjoy it as much as I did. Have a good day.